Let's try this out. I've had days where I... Sounds pretty good. Let's go. I got a testimony to tell you. I've had days where I could not eat. I've had days where I could not sleep. Now I've had days where I wanted to end everything, but you held my hand and you wouldn't let go. I've had days where I thought I lost my mind. I've had days where I gave up the fight. So I have days where I look back and cry, 'cause you held my hand and you wouldn't let go. You wouldn't let go. You wouldn't let go. No, 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 no. Days where I question my gear, and I've had days where nothing seemed to make sense. Should I be here or even be doing this? But you held my hand and you wouldn't let go. I've had days where I listened to the enemy and let him tell me what was inside of me. Now I have days where I look back and cry, 'cause you held my hand and you wouldn't let go. So hard, I wanted to let go. I
Good job.
Mark Stevie, my brother-in-law from Detroit, he said the streets is real mania. Had Portia, she said it's all love, Mark, you just gotta go crazy. I've been in the burbs all my life, I never wanna act fugazi. But no matter where you from, I was lost and Jesus saved me. Look, I'm grateful. I've been the black, now I'm grateful. Taste and see the Lord is good, I got a plate full. Blessings raining on me, showers like it's April. Wake up in the morning feeling thankful. Yeah, they flipping sacks, I'm flipping tables. I'm not chasing all these rags, you can miss me chasing fables. I be led by the spirit and the truth. Don't make me take my Bible out, I keep that thing in the coop.
Pull up with the gang, I'ma do that. Bringing God to the city, but you knew that.
We in the ghetto.
Wildin', ha 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 ha. Pull up with the gang, I'ma do that. Bringing God to the city, but you knew that.
We in the ghetto.
Wildin', ha ha. Miss Love, Eastside, 8 Mile, making known, man. Detroit, holy girl in my own lane. Thank God. Wait a minute, take a praise break. Every day feeling like a vacay, cause we going up to the tippy. Shout out to my grandma making lean, me getting litty, putting on for my city. Yeah, I might praise God in my sleep. Yeah, I might start to speaking tongues on this beat. Yeah, I might get the whole block and start a prayer line with a picket sign saying God is love, get it right. Hot Cheetos and Fagos from the D to the Bay. Let them know. Tell me when to go. Pull up with the gang, I'ma do that. Bringing God to the city, but you knew that.
We in the ghetto.
Wildin', ha 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 ha. Pull up with the gang, I'ma do that. Bringing God to the city, but you knew that.
We in the ghetto.
Look at the way I move to see where I'm from. This face on like I am on one. Then I bounce out the whip, we hikey go dumb. 100 people outside like put me on some. Tell me wanna glow, I'm from Bailey Road. Bailey boy with the Holy Ghost, get a daily dose. One from nobody ever make it to the radio. Gotta break the mold, gotta take control. Do it for the souls from the Bay, I was turned out. On my mama, look how I turned out. Yeah, young disciple on the fast track. Bible in my backpack, changes on my neck until Lord Jesus came to snatch that. Facts, facts,
Pull up with the gang, I'ma do that. Bringing God to the city, but you knew that.
We in the ghetto.
Wildin', ha 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 ha. Pull up with the gang, I'ma do that. Bringing God to the city, but you knew that.
We in the ghetto.
Wildin', ha 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 ha.
Second time's a charm.
That's how I mash up the audio there. Check, check. Facebook, check, check. Periscope, check, check. Twitter, check, check. YouTube, check, check.
Twitch.
Roger that. Twitch.
Roger that.
Check, check. Smash cast. Let's get it.
Let's get it.
Omaha's #1 Christian hip-hop radio show, The Humble Kings.
Yeah, what's going on, world? Shout out to GTDyne in his absence. Yeah, if only y'all knew why we was laughing. Show host that says and does the most, T. Barlow. And on the ones and twos, I got none other than...
Humble King's world premiere.
Oh, not that guy.
Flyness.
Yeah. I have to reach all the way back there.
Yeah, I got you. Yo, man, you know what? We're starting this show out with a bang. This is a special show just because some things are going to be happening. We're going to probably talk a little bit more about that. I'm assuming, and I'm looking at my DJ through computer screens right now, that we're going to get into some music first, but then we're going to come back and introduce our guest all the way from Cincinnati, Ohio.
Yeah.
And we're excited to play some of his music along with some other music from other local artists.
Yeah.
And by local, we mean just...
Spotlight.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah, unsigned.
Yeah,
unsigned
unsigned hype.
Christian hype.
Unsigned Christian hype.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what we call it now.
Yeah, don't nobody steal that. Rapzilla.
Now we got the name, but
yeah. Don't be trying to steal our swag.
Don't try to steal it.
Track star
Christian hype.
Track stars, we talking to y'all. No, I'm just playing. Let me stop. Love y'all to life, man. Listen, we're gonna get into some music, and we're gonna be right back after these messages.
Omaha's #1 Christian hip-hop radio show, The Humble Kings.
Yeah. Getting ready to take you on a trip through the Word.
All right, man. Bro, you hear that?
So go grab your Bibles, grab your concordances.
Isaiah, you still there?
Let's go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You hear the music,
You've been
right?
warned. You've been warned about having other gods before the king. You've been warned in your own understanding you shouldn't lean. You've been warned about the lifestyles and decisions you make. You've been warned that all liars have their part in the lake. You've been warned about the whoremongers in these last days. You've been warned about the pestilence and famines coming your way. You've been warned that every preacher who preach, they ain't from God. And any child way of understanding, you need to use a rod. You've been warned about the short skirts and dresses and showing your breasts. This is the man showing the pubic hairs up on your chest. You've been warned about adultery, fornication, and lies. You've been warned about the many things God hates. One is pride. You've been warned about the devil who comes to steal, kill, and destroy. You've been warned about the ways of this world you need to avoid. You've been warned that if you love this world, you're an enemy of Christ. You're in total darkness, and in your soul there is no life. You've been warned. You've been warned. Yeah. They look at me like I'm 24 karat crazy. But I want you to consider me as the modern day Moses coming to bring you up out of your Egypt. So pack your bags and let's go. Yeah. Listen. You've been warned about your tongue and how deadly it is. You've been warned of the importance of training up your kids. You've been warned it's not about religion, it's about relationships. So get the mode about your eye and in my business, don't you dip. He that is without sin, let him cast the first stone. You've been warned that when you talk to God's people, you watch your tone. You've been warned not to touch his anointed or do his prophet harm. This only sounds like alarm for a deadly thunderstorm. You've been warned about the Sabbath, which is Saturday. But you've been warned that you ain't saved by day. But by the way, you've been warned it's going to be a great falling from the church. You've been warned that you've been saved by grace, not by your works. You've been warned about the false prophets and the Antichrist. You've been warned that Christ is coming back like a thief in the night. And you've been warned about the mark of the beast to get your groceries. You've been warned about wormwood and its purpose for humanity. You've been warned. You've been warned. Enough said. You can zip your Bible covers up. That's it. To all those pastors and preachers scared to preach it, I'm not scared to spit it. It is what it is. We out. You've been warned. You've been warned. You've been warned.
Humble King's Radio Show.
Yeah, we are back.
Yes, like baby ribs. I don't know.
You know what? I didn't have to reach all the way over there to to push my buttons because there's two sets of buttons, so there's one actually closer. So
you know, I'm glad you figured it out before you sprained your shoulder.
Yeah. You know what? You know, being old, that does happen.
So man, let's talk about who that was that y'all just heard, man. Flyness, you got the name, like, cause I don't want to screw his name.
I don't want to screw his name up either.
Yeah.
So how do you say your name, bro? Cause I want to make sure I say it right. So I always say Isaiah. Is it 5, 8, and 1, or do you say 58 and 1? I don't know how you say it.
It's Isaiah 5:8:1.
Isaiah 5:8:1. Okay.
Okay.
So the first question I want to say is, how did you come up with that name?
Hey, before we get in there, I want to make sure we just gonna throw this out there because it's a thing with rappers. He's from Cincinnati, Ohio. He's from the Natty. He's preaching the gospel in the nasty Natty. Okay. By way of music. He was somebody some months ago, probably even over a year ago or so, I think maybe even, who tuned into a live show, had some music, and he was like, hey, you know, send some music, you know, can I get some airplay? We threw some airplay. Here we are today or whatnot. And man, so we're glad to have you on the show. Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule as we fumble and troubleshot and some more stuff to get this up and going or whatnot, man. But like, yeah, to get back to Flyness's question, man, tell us about Isaiah 5:8:1.
Yeah, praise the Lord, everybody. Glad to be on the show. You know, I give honor to God first and foremost. You know, give honor to you all, you two as well. Honestly, to tell you the truth, man, just a little brief story to lead up to why he called me what he called me. I'd say maybe 2010, my wife ended up leaving me and my 4 kids, and I had to raise 4 kids by myself. And I remember sitting in the kitchen one day, and I was acknowledging God, you know, because I was really kind of depressed a little bit because I had to raise 4 kids by myself and didn't know how. and he began to take me over to Second Timothy. He took me over there to where it talked about a bishop. I'm like, wait a minute now, you're not telling me I'm going to be a bishop. You can cancel that. I am not trying to become a bishop. And then he took me over to Isaiah 58:1. And the scripture says, cry loud, spare not, lift up thy voice as a trumpet, and show my people their transgressions and the house of Jacob their sins. When God gave me a voice that's louder than a whole lot of other voices, and he called me a trumpet. So he said, this is going to be your new name, Isaiah 5:8:1. So it's actually the actual Isaiah 58:1 scripture. So that's how I ended up getting that name. It wasn't something I looked up like, ooh, that sounds good. You know,
right.
God is actually a caller.
And for anybody who listening, Isaiah's sick. He joined us today, being sick. So we're only gonna keep him for about 30 minutes or so. But if you hear him clearing his throat, that's why he keep clearing his throat. He ain't nervous.
Right. He's not trying to get our attention.
He under the weather.
He got real problems. Yeah.
But just real quick to let everybody know, this is our second to last show that we will be doing weekly. So we wanted to make sure that we get him on. So he was like, "Oh, I gotta come on because, you know, I don't know when I'm gonna be able to have another chance." So he decided he's bearing through it and fighting through it and everything through his sickness to get in. And it ain't Corona.
No, it's not.
Against that.
Yeah.
Thank the Lord.
Yeah. Speaking of which, man, I got a brother, man. I got some pray for those suffering. I don't want to put people's names out there like that, man.
Right.
But I know I got a really good friend that's suffering from that. Not here in Omaha, but you know, just a good brother in Christ that's suffering from that. So just make sure I keep
I
those.
can barely hear him.
You barely hear me.
Him up.
Yeah, turn me up.
Yeah.
Turn me up.
And shout out to it's just like T said. Shout out to I know a couple of people right now who got Corona, so shout out to them. Quick recovery, prayers up.
Yeah.
And for everybody else who got it.
Hey, so Isaiah, man, your work, man, like as far as like musically, what kind of projects do you have out there? Have you just been dropping singles? Do you have any albums out? Or do you have any albums coming? What kind of things you got in the works for us?
Well, right now I have a few songs out there. I have, of course, You've Been Warned, and I have another song. Well, I have other songs that I'm working. I have to actually remix those songs, go back into the studio. Excuse me. I also have new music that I need to record, but I can't record it right now because, you know, I can't get into a studio. And by me having this sickness or whatever, it's really kind of pushing things back. But I got a lot coming, especially closer to the end of the fall. Should be hearing more of my music.
Okay, yeah, man, I can dig it, man. Right now, like when you post your music, when your music is like once you get your music recorded, any music that you got out there, like how are people able to find you?
Yes, platforms.
Yeah.
You can find me on YouTube under Living Witness TV /Isaiah 58:1. You can find me on SoundCloud under Isaiah 58:1. And I have a song on there called Armed and Dangerous. And you can also reach me on Facebook, of course, under Isaiah 58:1. That's all one word. You can also reach me on Twitter. That's Isaiah 58_1.
Nice.
Okay. Hey, real quick. So, the Living Witness TV, is that you or is that somebody that you aligned yourself with, like affiliated wise?
They actually heard one of my songs and they wanted to put it on their page.
Okay.
I guess it's
yeah.
So
now I was just wondering because I'm about to say, man, you hollered at me then if that was you, because they hollered at me too. I needed to get back to it. I forgot all about that. Like when you said that, I was like, oh, that sounds so familiar. Living Witness TV. Yeah. I was just wondering if that was you or not because I'm about to be like, oh snap, I've been meaning to holler at you. Yeah, but
all right, let's give Isaiah a little quick break, right quick. just realized that song was playing a little bit faster than it should have been. All right, let's give Isaiah a quick break on his throat. And we got a couple of songs that we need to play because it's our spotlight. So let's get to it.
Yep.
Humble Kingz Radio Show.
Man's fallen condition, a dead hard upon life that gives no recognition to God who wins all strife. Refusal of submission to the book that sheds light. No cognition, remission of our wretched, wicked condition. Total depravity. Adam brought death and destruction from the fall. Radical corruption, corrupt sin, not sedentary, sitting on the surface, permeating our being, deeming us spiritually worthless. Our rebellion is total, separated from your grace. We don't delight in your holiness, I'll seek your face. There's no pleasure in your sovereign authority and rule. We find the doctrines that gotta be utterly cruel. But man is very religious. With superstition, we fast, pray, give alms to receive forgiveness. This thinking is senseless, thinking was sinless. Testing God's anger with man-made forgiveness. None is righteous, no, not one. No one understands or seeks after God. All have turned aside, together they are worthless, rightful recipients of God's judgment. Man can do good deeds though, right? But if it's not from faith, it's wicked in God's sight. From faith? Yes, I mean trusting in God's goodness, our reliance on Him and His grace in its fullness. You see, obedience to God without love for the Father is not obedience to God. It brings no glory and honor. And of yourself, no, you have no ability. This song's to call you to Christ's work and sufficiency. The mystery of righteousness not of our own. God made sin and whose blood atones that we can be presented as blameless. Sin to God but not mine, but Christ's righteousness. None is righteous, no, not one. No one understands or seeks after God. All have turned aside, together they are worthless, rightful recipients of God's judgment. None is righteous, no, not one. No one understands or seeks after God. All have turned aside, together they are worthless, rightful recipients of God's judgment.
Was that the song to me? Yeah.
I've been battling
with
with this.
Total Depravity? Yeah. He rapping that Romans 3.
Since the day my dog flew away. You can't find too many real friends in the Bible to say you blessed if you find one.
Yeah, he was rapping that Romans 3 all day.
But also I know that God don't make mistakes. He too.
Reminiscing on all the past days. Left me vulnerable, searching for all the old plays. Had to look in the mirror just to see the phase change. Safe to say it looked great enough to stay on back page. But let's go back a page before the gospel upgrade. I seen so many days of falling out trying to get paid. Never seen rich, but man, I should've known broke. Never been famous, but I always had this thing you call hope. I lost this 30 nickels, and that went and broke my drive. Joan called me on the daily till the day he fly. Never seen tears of mine until I looked in his eyes. And I remember the times we had on them long rides. He used to tell me, bro, it's a blessing that I'm even alive. Never thought he'd leave me before it was my time. I lost a lot of people, but this one here felt a little different. Now he gone, it felt like a piece of me had went with him. And he told me that I got something ain't nobody else got. I told him he would be great, spitting nothing but fire. Safe to say, I know he looking over me in the sky. Rapping to Jesus like you wanna hear my next little rhyme. I know it's a matter of time before I see him. Big party up in heaven when I walk through just to greet him. Most loyal God that I know, dead or alive. That's why I had to dedicate this one to Senpai. Man, we call him Senpai.
Yeah, it's just, you gotta let me know when to turn it up today.
I know I couldn't come soft on this thing.
Oh, this the dude from
my brother wouldn't accept nothing but perfection.
Yeah, got it bumping.
Never in competition, my intuition is to practice what I'm preaching in this life I'm living. Many people pray, but mentally they stuck in prison. Senpai was the image of self-made living. Never chasing a name or fame in God we trust. Senpai left a standard for each and every one of us. Realize that tomorrow ain't promised, so for the day we live, work until the morning come like brothers. What sleep is, knowing at any moment that we can't go meet our maker. That's why we don't have time to ever be a hater. This year been crazy, but it's safe to say I know you got it. Senpai was a standard, can't nobody ever copy. Living legend in my books, he's sitting next to Kobe. Now he ballin' up in heaven, watching us already knowing who next. But I pray that you just watch over me. I know you seeing things that I only dreaming of seeing. Senpai.
Hey, I'm coming back. Hey, we gonna see each other. Hey, you just saved me a seat up in the studio.
That's just good.
Omaha's #1 Christian hip-hop radio show, The Humble Kings.
And we are back.
Like a car in reverse. Yeah, we on the line right now with our brother Isaiah 581 from Cincinnati. And I know we said we wasn't trying to keep him long. But man, Isaiah, man, if I may ask, because I know you say like you're a single father, like 4 kids.
Wait, I want to see if this works. O-H? Oh,
yeah.
Never mind.
Isaiah, you still with us, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, got that. Yeah. Yep. So you're a single father, 4 kids. How do you balance like taking care of them, getting music recorded, doing ministry or whatnot, man? Like what's your strategy for balancing all of that?
Well, actually, I'm married now, and I've been married for 2 years. But
say word.
For
Well,
those
yeah.
10 years.
Yeah. God will send you some help, right?
Yes,
You're right.
Man.
What are you doing?
Fast in a hurry.
Yeah. I can dig
like
that.
Flavor said, my vision ain't blurry. But it was, at first I seen it as being something very hard, and I made it difficult. Because when I look from my perspective, I see things from an elongated perspective. But God had to he had to check my eyes again. He had to say, wait a minute, no, you're seeing the wrong thing. And then when he showed me, you have to look through faith, through the eyeglasses of faith, then it changed my perspective to now I don't see it as a dilemma. I see it as a stepping stool that will lead me into my calling. So it was difficult at first, but God started arranging things, putting things in order. He said, your circumstance is your music. What you consider to be your problem is your music. What you consider to be your issue is your music. And I said, wow. He said, your music, your problems, your situation, your what you're going through is the very thing that's going to help pull people out of their dilemma. It's going to cause them to have a change of heart, because not too many people or not too many men are taking care of their children on their own, and have been for over 10 years. I mean, I'm not saying that there's not a lot doing it, but it's not something that's common. And he said, you're going to have to be the one that goes out and says, you know what, this is something that I know I need to do, because it's not just about me. It's about every man in this world that is going through or will be going through what I'm going through now. So writing music wasn't hard. I think the first song I wrote was Armed and Dangerous, because that song was a song that had to help me to understand some things about myself and to realize the power that I had in me, to tap into my kingdom that liveth within me. And once I start tapping into that kingdom, depression left, stress left, concerns that never left, but I learned how to control it. I learned how to deal with my emotions. I know how to learn how to deal with my mindset. I learned how to deal with a whole lot. So I was actually being strengthened right in the midst of my valley. Y'all better stop, because I'm starting to feel this thing.
Some cue to Hammond.
Starting to feel better, huh?
Yeah. Preach it till you feel good. Yeah. Hey, so you know, this bring me to another question, man. Like, as far as like just writing songs, period, man. Like, I mean, was the event you know what I'm saying, of your first wife leaving kind of like the catalyst that got you to start writing, or were you writing before that?
Actually, I was doing secular music, and I stopped doing it in 1998. No, 97.
Okay.
I received the gift of the Holy Ghost in 99. I tried to write a Christian song in 99, but that didn't work. I couldn't even get the first letter down. I didn't write my first song until 2001. And that, like I said, that was Armed and Dangerous. But When I wrote Armed and Dangerous, I was going through a problem, a situation with my ex-wife at that time. And it strengthened me, man. That song strengthened me. It helped me to make it through. Ooh, it helped me to make it through.
I can dig it. I can dig it. So yeah, and it's funny, man. Like I hear like a lot of similar stories, man, where there were people who, I mean, like I'm one. Like as an artist, man. Like I was doing, well, I'm gonna call it like not Christian music. It was funny. It was more so like along the lines of Will Smithy. Where it was like, it's like I just was, real Smithy, Will Smith, because I wasn't cussing, saying in my rhymes, and so you know what I mean, and although my content wasn't exactly God glorifying, and then like there was a time where I just put the pen down for like a good few years, man, and then it's like as God, I know as God like worked on me, as He reshaped me and reformed me, I got to a point to where it was like. And as a matter of fact, I heard some Christian artists, and I was just like, "Oh, this is dope!" Like the fact that you're able to do this and not sound corny, and actually have something to say and actually teach. And so I was like, yeah, I kind of wanna. I was like, I was inspired to pick it back up again, man. So it's amazing how God, how God uses the talents that He gives us to not only be encouragement to others, but like to us ourselves.
Absolutely, because we can't convince anyone of our testimony if we're not convinced.
Yeah, that's true. That's so true.
Yeah, man, I'm telling you, God is so good, man. He is so good, and I have learned to tell people I do not regret what happened in my past because I learned to see it as it really did work together for my good.
Right.
And it made me the man that I am today.
Yeah.
I am so excited.
That's what God does. So just real quick before we let you go, so you can rest up and whatnot. Can you tell us about your local fellowship and maybe like in what ways you may serve there, whatever the case may be, but at least let the folks know who are the people that you're worshiping with on a regular basis.
Okay. Well, the first thing I wanted to say, I am not a rapper. Okay. I know that's going to sound weird, but if you listen to my music, I don't come the way everybody else comes. I may not mention Jesus. You may hear me say it every now and again, but that's how He called me. He called me to stand in a position of who He is and declare and to speak to His people. So yeah, I don't call what He even told me, it's not rap. I said, well, what am I supposed to call it? He said, call it poetic preaching and teaching through edutainment. Mouth hit the floor. I said, what in the world? I'm like, how does he know about that? But God. I wanted to put that out there. But I do, I attend the church. It's called New Commandment House of Prayer here in Cincinnati, Ohio. We are currently buying a building in Hamilton, Ohio. We don't consider ourselves religious. We consider ourselves as relational people. We believe in relationship, not religion. We don't call ourselves we don't call ourselves as having a denomination. We're non-denominational. And we just love everybody. That's what God called us to do. He said, anyone know that we are saints by our love, right, or disciples by our love. So that's what we do. And at my church, I am excuse me. Excuse me.
No.
I am a youth pastor at my church.
Okay. Well, I can dig it. Well, listen, folks, y'all heard Isaiah 581. Be sure to go search him out. YouTube, SoundCloud, Twitter, and all the places. Man, like if you don't remember where, just rewind the video.
Yep.
He gave all the tags. Okay.
Anything else before we get out of here?
Yeah, I just want to thank you guys, for all that you do. And I'm praying that God will continue to bless you both in your endeavor to move forward and to play Christian music, unsigned artists. That's awesome. And I'm really proud of you guys. And I'm going to do everything I can to promote you guys as much as possible. because I think that's what we need to do. We need to stick together because we're kingdom citizens. You know, I don't consider you guys as, because whatever religion your religion may be, I don't look at you like that. I look at you as citizens of God's kingdom, and we bros.
Amen. Listen, man. We appreciate that. We appreciate your prayers and your support, and we definitely be praying for you as well. In the hopes that everything that you say and do works to the benefit of those with whom you serve, and to those with whom who you just so happen to reach out to. That somehow, some way, some shape, some form or fashion, God be glorified, especially in their salvation and in every generation. So, man, yeah. Thanks again, man. We really do appreciate you. Love you to life. Thanks for coming on, man.
Love you guys as well.
Yes, sir, bro. Thank you for being a bit support. All right, T. Before we no, you ain't got your phone. All right. So real quick, before we get to our next songs, the artist that we were playing before we came back from break, one was Proper. Am I saying that right?
I don't know. I don't have my notes.
No, because I could be saying the word wrong.
Yeah,
you know, I'd be Proper. Proper. Hit him off proper like. All right, so Proper. And then the other artist was AC Jackson.
Yeah, that's how we gonna say it.
That's how we gonna say it.
Yeah.
AC Jackson the 4 is how you put in there. So I hope I said your name right. So if you're watching tonight, thank you for submitting those. Those are awesome songs. We're about to get to a couple of more songs, and then when we get back, we got a couple more people coming in. We got something that we need to promote, and that'll be the show for the most part. All right.
Yeah. All right. Let's get it.
Humble Kingz Radio Show.
Emailing these people as I play these songs.
Out of truth, I won't lose. Got the juice, honey.
Yes, sir.
Proof.
Hey,
Watch
just
the
want to say, man, yo, listen,
I
we
won't
really do appreciate you coming on. And
me, you
we get to get back to focus on your rest and your relaxation, man.
God's reign, that's a brighter day. 94, I am number one with the big man, Benny Holloway. Look, I got the right away. God's reign, that's a brighter day. 94, I am number one with the big man, Benny Holloway. I got the right away. God's reign, that's a brighter day. 94, I am number one with the big man, Benny Holloway. Look, I got the right away. God's reign, that's a brighter day. 94, I am number one with the big man, Benny Holloway. What you know about that sauce? Look at the flick of the wrist when the women you hear it, it sound like the cross. We winning this taking the business, get with it. If not, then you finna get lost. After loss, it is your fault. Make your decisions, but where the cost? All in your grill, I don't care if you floss. No, you can't afford that, no. You can't buy what is blood bought at all. It's G-O-D, no C-A-P, boy, you can't go hard if you soft that hard. Pull up like Penny, deliver that blicker like Shaq on the block, but Jesus my center. Fishing my homies out here on that liquor, I pass them the word instead of that switcher. That's real love, bro, real talk, that's real facts. And since real, recognize real, and God's will is where the real's at. Good fruit can't peel that, strong roots can't kill that. I set the screen, then roll off, God through the alley, how real is that? I got the right away, God's reign is a brighter day. 94, I am number one with the big man, Penny Hardaway. One truth, you can get it too, I'll be seeing you, Billie Holiday. Tap a hand and throw it through the roof, and I'ma see it through with that Imago J. I got the right away, God's reign is a brighter day. 94, I am number one with the big man, Penny Hardaway. Look, I got the right away, God's reign is a brighter day. 94, I am number one with the big man, Penny Hardaway. I got the right away, God's reign is a brighter day. 94, I am number one with the big man, Penny Hardaway. Look, I got the right away, God's reign is a brighter day. 94, I am number one with the big man, Penny Hardaway.
Off of the curb, full of the word, body and all of the beats. If I gotta serve, I gotta purge, I put it all in the speech. And I be thinking white, trying to love a guy from the other side, trying to run it high from the love and the peace. Southern pride to the tongue of the snakes. But homie, he did it, and he told me he penned it in all of the scripts. The power is all in his hands. He called me his son and it clicked. And I wasn't looking to living with cyanide. I would die inside. Fast living had me by the fireside, but I'm revitalized by the lion's pride. Ay, not in the typical. As a youngin', I thought it was fictional. pivotal. I was thugging and hard, it was cynical. I was stuck in the dark, but a touch in the thought put a struggling mark to a fixable. Now I'm up and I march to the pinnacle, and I'm clutching this arc when it's difficult. You got a stone, crush it the minerals. Devil is miserable, homie, it's so true. Got a new song with a dope move, and the chain broke so I don't lose. And I'm Clark Kent up in the phone booth with the dog, man, I'm finna mow through. Homie, let him hold too. He alive, gotta let him fly. Finna ride on him and glow to expose, dude.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
I got the right away. God's reign is a brighter day. 94, I am number one with the big man, Benny Hardaway. Look, I got the right away. God's reign is a brighter day. 94, I am number one with the big man, Benny Hardaway. I got the right away. God's reign is a brighter day. 94, I am number one with the big man, Benny Hardaway. Look, I got the right away. God's reign is a brighter day. 94, I am number one with the big man, Benny Hardaway.
Do you believe in Jesus? Do you believe in God? Do you believe He loves us? Why don't you sing along, sing along? I'm reminded of a love song that my grandma used to sing, saying, yes, Jesus loves me, and to this day I believe. Now there are some folks who may doubt Him, but I could never be one, because I know too much about Him, and I thank God for His Son. I believe, I believe everything that He told me, that Christ has risen, He rose in me. Ooh, I believe. Can I get a witness? Yes, I believe. Unashamed to declare, I believe there is a heaven waiting for me. I'm not a big fan of religion, but my friends call me spiritual, 'cause I believe in the Holy Bible and the food that it feeds my soul. So I gotta be a witness for my Savior crucified. With His dying breath, He loved me, but He's very much alive. God, I believe.
Oh, okay. I'm trying to see you. That's why I'm looking down.
I believe. Yes, I believe. I believe there is a heaven where He waits for me.
Let's go. Ambitions of a D-boy. You told me I'm gonna preach, boy. Had no idea you's equipped and training me for souls gonna reach, boy. Let's go. Struggles as a man of dead, stuck in headlights. Keep that Bible in my hand, keep my head right. Tired of all the struggling back and forth in the tussling. Sometimes I feel like nothing, man. And you, I feel like something, man. With your love, I messed up. With your grace, I've stepped up. With all my sins, I fessed up. Had my head down, now I got my chest up.
If anybody asks you what's
Come back
the matter
in 1 minute, 20
with
seconds.
me, tell them I'm saved, sanctified, feel fire baptized. Do you believe in Jesus? Do you believe in God? Do you believe He loves us? Why don't you sing along? Do you believe in Jesus? Do you believe in God?
Omaha's #1 Christian hip-hop radio show, The Humble Kings.
And we are back.
Like Jesus had a second coming. Oh my goodness, that song was fire.
Man, I told you I like that song.
I like that song.
Like I pulled that off. Actually, they didn't even give me a download for it. I had to go and get it off of YouTube.
Yeah, I just went and looked. I was like, man, because I went and looked it up. I was like, I'm putting this on my watch later list.
Yeah. So I can send it to you if you want, if you can't get it.
No, I got it. I found it. It's on my list.
Okay, yeah.
It's on my list to listen to.
Yeah, so, and then I kind of do what I normally do is I kind of go in the middle of the song like always, and then I listen, and then I'll go back and then listen to the whole thing. So when I started, I knew they were just singing, and then I kind of got into that rap part, and I was like, whoa, what's happening? Because I thought it was just, they were just going to be singing. Yeah. So, man, I really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Really enjoyed that.
Word.
Yeah.
So, man, Humble King's radio show, Omaha's #1 radio show for Christian hip-hop and R&B. And we got us a special guest online. He just logged in with us. Man, none other than the superstar himself.
Yeah, real quick. I'm sorry, quick.
Yeah.
Everybody's going, y'all talking about that song, but you ain't telling us what it is. It's Michael Moore, I believe. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, my bad. Michael Moore, I believe. Figure Shamira, what's her name?
Featuring Samara Smith, the GSS Charlatans, Dre Rumble. It's a lot going on.
Are you sure it's Charlatans? Because I feel like that's a...
Oh, I don't know. My eyes are bad.
I'm pretty sure he butchered their name. But
Oh,
it's all
okay.
good.
I'm sorry.
Hey,
I'm sorry if you watch it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Singing with some old
Forgive
charlatans.
Me. Forgive me. And the song before that was Jarrell Golden.
Just stop, man.
Penny Hardaway.
Okay. Let's not butcher nobody else's name. We're not going to butcher this name.
You're supposed to be doing it. I'm sorry.
Jerron Devereaux in the building.
What's happening, everybody? What's happening?
What's up, bro?
Chilling. Man, we're so excited to have you online because we got something happening. And that's why you're here, because we got something happening on Monday that we want the people to log on and watch. And but first and foremost, real quick, before we even get into that, just tell the people a little bit about who you are, what it is that you do, and what it is that you got going.
Woo, man. So my name is Jerron Devereaux. Basically, I am a worshiper, man. I'm a worshiper first. I'm a husband and a father. Basically, what I do, man, is I live my life in a way that I try to live my life, I'll say, in a way that's pleasing unto God, and that makes my family, look good. You know what I'm saying? I try to make sure that everybody that has my last name is well represented. You feel me? So, yeah, man, all I do is work and worship.
That's it. Hey, look, I hear the babies in the background.
That's part of working right there.
Yeah.
Fatherhood don't stop, man.
It don't. Tell you. It don't. That's why you got to run from them sometimes, just a little bit, just to get some space. Nah, but I feel you though. I feel you, man. So I can't remember the first time I seen you sing. I think maybe it was at something that happened at Greater St. Paul, that Flyness, I forgot the name of it. Sound check.
Yeah.
I think that was.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Sound check. Yeah.
I think that was my first experience of seeing you do your thing, man, and you're definitely very talented. And ever since, like from that jump, man, I just been a lover of what it is that you do. When you're up there.
Let me tell you about it was crazy about that is I didn't know that he did like solo stuff. Like I know he's seen solo in the church and stuff, but I didn't know he did solo stuff until what was that? Maybe about a week or two before. I found out and I hit you up. So he literally.
I'm not a soloist. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that now. I'm not a soloist. I'm doing what I'm just obedient. I just do what I'm asked.
Right, because I didn't know, so I was like, oh, let me hit bro up right quick. I didn't know he'd do some stuff by himself. I didn't know. So he was like, yeah, I'll do it. I was like, cool. So, last minute came in and did that. Like a professional.
Man, well, listen, I appreciate the space, man. The space and opportunity. And I think, that's the first time I seen T get up on stage and rap, and I was like, yo, who is this guy? Like, damn, where have I been at, dude? Like,
hey, man, I stay low.
I'm bugging.
Oh, praise God, man. And, hopefully, this will just be the beginning of a beautiful fellowship between two brothers because, I'm lately I've been on this kick of collaborating with some of the unknown singers in Omaha. And I think that you know what I'm saying, I got a surprise for a few folks coming on later on this year with some vocalists locally here that folks probably never even thought was like vocalists like that. And so who knows what happens in the future between you and I. And speaking of which,
oh bro, are you doing sits on Monday?
Am I doing 6 on Monday?
Yeah.
Oh, you talking?
Yeah, I'm talking to you, T. Are you doing sits? Are you performing sits?
I might. Why?
No, you need to do sits. All right, Jerron. So we're gonna talk about this show that we're doing on Monday.
Yeah.
And T got this song called Sits.
Stop it,
bro. Every reaction, even when I see people, it's the same. Like people were like they bang into it, like yeah. Then he get to the end of the song.
Stop it.
And then they figure out what he's saying, and then they go, oh. And then
I'll do.
Oh, okay.
That's me. Look, bro. I was watching Jarrell Roach. It is the same reaction. Yeah. Like he was sitting there, and you got to the end. He was like, "What? What?
Stop!
What?"
Dude, hey, listen,
man.
Praise God. Listen, let me tell you, man. I'm having a lot of fun these days, man. And I get to have fun on Monday night with you. You're the headliner, Jerron, on Monday.
Word Up Monday.
Word Up Mondays, man. And I'm excited about this,
Monday.
man. So let's talk about this, man. Like, what's going to happen on Monday? Do you know?
Listen, man. So Monday, my brother Jay Reed has given me space and opportunity to be able to minister on Word Up. We are super excited about that. I got my boy Josh Reed as MD. Man, we just gonna come through and worship, man. That's pretty much what we came to do, man. We got some songs, lined up. I plan on doing a song that God gave me called Greater for Me, and you know what I'm saying, I'm just planning on coming there to worship, man. It's gonna be a live stream, and man, I'm just super excited about it.
Yeah, man, you and me both, man. I listen, let me tell you, it's something about coming together. I say, like when it comes to when it comes to
you don't even know.
Yeah, when it comes to the music that Christians do. Actually, I mean, I love music, period. But like when it comes to the music that Christians do, it's like, oh snap! Like now we done took music back to its original purpose, to praise and glorify God, to worship. And there's when we talk about ministry, man, like that ministers to us. So especially like in a time like this when we have so much that's going on. 2020 has been a crazy year for our society. Man. Now I got to tell you personally, God has been good to me, and I'm not saying that as a way to discount anything that anybody's been going on. So it's not like I'm complaining, but I recognize the reality of what's happening in our society, and it's been it's a lot of things to be angry about. There's a lot of things to be disgusted by. There's a lot of things to be just concerned about, especially in terms of like the sickness and diseases so much. So something like Word Up is needed because there's a ministering aspect to the music that we do that shows people like, yo, it's not all hopeless. In fact, I have no reason to doubt. I have every reason to be hopeful and every reason to trust this God who never takes a hiatus from his throne. And that's why I'm excited about. I'm excited about the fellowship of it. I miss fellowships anyway. Being able to just actually be with people in a building or whatnot. But then I'm just also excited about the God glorification of it all.
Yeah. Man.
So this
one thing I'll say.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, my bad.
No, go ahead.
One thing I'll say. I not to try to toot my own horn, but I believe God gave me this song Greater for Me specifically for this season. It's based off of Romans 8 and 18, where Paul says, "For I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory that shall be revealed in us." And I believe that it's so important that people not really focus too much on the bad things that's happening right now. As much as it needs our attention, I will say that I believe that people should be, or that we all should be excited about what God is getting ready to do, and the glory that's coming out of all this mess, and out of all this trauma and all this things that are going on, God is still going to get the glory out of everything.
True that.
So the message is basically not to give up in this depressing season, but to be hopeful in what God is bringing in.
I'm so glad you said that, and the reason why I was talking to my partner in ministry earlier, like, you know, we just got done praying together, and I was like, man, like, you know, as strange as it may sound, I don't know if this sounds sick or not. I said, but really, like, with all that's going on, I'm actually far more excited than I am discouraged, because right now we have a prime opportunity to actually be the church. Our Christian, we were saved from our sin, but we were not saved to go somewhere and bury our heads in the sand as if stuff isn't happening. No, we were saved. We're called to be able to come out here and to shine a light, if you will, in a dark world. And so, I like that you said what you said, because it gives us an opportunity. Like, we should be excited as church for not excited at somebody's hurt, but excited at the opportunity to bring the gospel into conflict with all that's going on, and to bring a biblical worldview into conflict with everything that we're dealing with, and to point people to what seems to be an ugly cross, you know, and the salvation and the great reward thereof. Remembering, like, that this is temporary. This too shall pass, you know. But God's glory is everlasting.
Yes, sir. Yeah. So I just wanted to say I'm excited. That's all. I'm excited.
We just said all that deep stuff.
You know what?
I'm excited.
That's it. I'm excited.
I'm excited too, man. I'm excited.
Right, because what Jay did tell me.
I'm excited too.
Right.
I've been. I feel like I've been in this house for way longer than what I needed to be, man. So to get out this house, boy, I'm gonna be skipping off this mug.
Yeah.
She said I've been needing an excuse.
Because Jay did tell me, he did tell me Jerron was performing. He did tell me that he was the spotlight. I found out like everybody else on Facebook. So I'm like, you know, you saw my post. Man. It's going down. I mean, it's going up. The Holy Ghost is coming. The Holy Ghost party. That's true. It's about to. Man, it's about to be lit. If y'all missed this, grateful. Monday, what was it, 7 o'clock or 7:30?
Oh, well, you know how Negroes are, so just be on the lookout.
I believe it's 7.
Yeah, just be ready.
Yeah.
It's gonna be on the Humble Kingz page, on our Facebook page. It's gonna be on our Periscope page, on our Twitter page, on our Smashcast page, and on our YouTube page. It's gonna be on Roger That's Twitch page. And Jay Reed is going to be streaming it also on his page, so it's going to be all over the place.
Yeah. Hey, matter of fact, make sure y'all pay attention to all the links that all the things that he just said, because Facebook be hating. We just gonna keep it. I'm just gonna put it out there. This is gonna go up live on Facebook. Facebook be trying to mute people's music and interrupting feeds and stuff like that. So worst case scenario,
on Twitter. The best place to go is Twitter.
Yeah, I'm about to say worst case scenario, man. Go find it on another. Get sign up if you don't have a Twitter. Get you one. If not for anything else, but for Word Up on Monday night, man, because I guarantee you won't want to miss it. and here's the thing. Here's what I love about this. Like we're not just putting in front of you just some mediocre talent. Like no, this is some sound talent, man. Jerron Devereaux is a sound, solid talent. You're gonna be glad that you saw it. I'm just gonna keep it real. I'm just being all the way 100. So
you don't want to miss it. Yeah. Twitter, Periscope. Twitch is always the best place to go. Sometimes YouTube is a little good. You can, make comments, but sometimes they're a little iffy.
Yeah.
But Facebook is very iffy, and I can tell you right now, because they did it on the last streaming concert, they muted like 2 of T's songs that he performed live. They muted them.
Wow. Ain't nothing but the devil.
So if you're not watching it live. So if you're definitely not watching it live, you need to go on Twitter or somewhere. Twitter's the Wild Wild West, so anything, you can put anything on there. They don't care.
The Wild Wild West.
Yeah, they don't care. They're like, throw it up there.
Wild Wild West.
Yeah, they're like, throw it up there. We don't care.
Hey, yo, you heard about this new thing that people been talking about?
On Twitter.
There's this new thing people been talking about called Parler. You know anything about that?
No.
Apparently, Parler is wilder than Twitter. But I mean, folks are like, man, find me on Parler, man, because they tired of being muted by Facebook or blocked or having their stuff taken. Like I've had stuff taken out simply because it said coronavirus. It wasn't even anything controversial.
Really?
Yeah, it wasn't even anything controversial. It was like it was strange. It would be like a meme. Like it was just a meme. It was just a joke. You know, it wasn't anti-government or nothing. Wasn't too religious. Like none. You know, and so I was saying this. It's like, man, I appreciate what Facebook has done. I met my wife on Facebook. Thank you. But y'all Facebook. You becoming borderline garbage right now. Man. I'm borderline. You flirting with garbage right now. So yeah, I'm trying to. I've been trying
to be nice.
Yeah. I'm just saying what it is, man. Stop muting it's my music.
Yeah,
I have
Facebook,
rights to my music.
Right. So on today's show, should say on there, we have the right to play all we have the right to play all these songs or whatever. So that's what it should say today. Should I say that?
Yeah.
We have the right to play all these songs?
We do.
We're given the rights?
Yeah. Facebook still be like, I don't care, mute them.
They don't care, bro. They don't even look at
It's
it.
like, did he say Jesus? Turn that off.
Yeah, right.
How dare he?
That's exactly what happens, bro.
It's like, man, if we ain't twerking, it ain't working.
If nobody twerking to it, it ain't gonna. They gonna mute it, bro.
Yeah.
They gonna mute it.
I done seen breast assists come out in fights, but they don't mute those videos. We hear every N-word on there. Say Jesus.
Yeah.
Like I dare you.
Speaking of N-words. Speaking of, if you are sending me music, saved or not saved, if you're using the N-words in those songs, I cannot play them. FCC won't let me play them. So do not send it to me. I am not going to sit there and edit your songs. You need to edit them yourself and then send them to me. If not, I'm not going to play them. So somebody sent me a song and it was like 20 N-words in it. I'm like, I can't use this. Like, it was good.
Was it Lecrae?
White blessings.
Hey, well, you ain't got to worry. None of my music got the N-word in it.
Praise God.
You're good on my stuff. Good on my stuff, man.
All right. Let's get to a commercial. Let's play this commercial and then do this outro real quick so we can get out of here.
Hey, real quick, before we do that,
yeah.
Jerron, you got music out there released already?
So I'm working on some things. We will have actually a few songs released very, 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 very soon.
Okay. Well, folks, y'all see his name at the bottom of the screen. Go find this man on Facebook, man, and just get connected so you can keep your ear to the streets for whenever he dropping stuff. I guarantee you it's going to be that type of music you're going to want to play on Sunday getting ready for church. True story. So make sure y'all be on the lookout for that Monday night. Find us, follow us, Humble Kingz Radio Show. It's going down, and I can't wait.
Yeah, no commercial because my computer don't know what a commercial at. So we just gonna do
Omaha's #1 Christian hip hop radio show, The Humble Kingz.
I'll add the commercial in there later. That's how we do it.
That's how we get.
That's
down.
why this is a recorded session.
Yeah.
For the radio show.
Because we be screwing stuff up.
All right, T, you ready? Hold on.
Let's do it.
My computer thinking about it.
Humble Kingz Radio Show.
And we are back like we never left because we hadn't.
I don't think we left.
Yeah, we here. We in here, man.
Yeah. So real quick, let me get this picture up right quick.
You got a picture?
Yeah. Well, they will see a picture, but I'm getting a picture up so I know.
Oh.
So real quick, if you guys are looking to buy fireworks from a fireworks stand from June 28th, which is going on now, so it's June 30th, all the way to the 4th of July, you can go to 2658 North 90th Street, so that's 90th and Maple, and buy your fireworks there. That's Red Bridge Ministries are doing their fireworks stands there. So that's Pastor Sanders, yeah. So they just started their church. Shout out to David Sanders who doing the youth and everything there. He's stepping up with his dad and everything. So yeah, so if you're looking for a place to buy some fireworks, you don't know nobody where you buy first, you go there. Go 90th and Maple. You help supporting Red Bridge Ministry over there. You got any questions? 402-779-9823. Remember, that's 90th and Maple.
See, that could have been your commercial right there.
Yeah, so that's gonna be the. I don't know.
Man.
So Anyway, we got 4 minutes, bro.
Yeah.
What you got?
For 4 minutes, I just want to say, folks, be on the lookout. This is our last show for a while that we're going to be recording.
Our second to last.
This is our second to last show that we're going to be recording for a while. Only mostly because, man, y'all, keep me in prayer. I'm in seminary. I'm a father. I'm a husband. I'm a preacher. I work. I mean, I got a lot of stuff going on, and I'm an artist.
Ooh, you busy, Doc.
Yeah, I stay busy, man.
Right,
And so help me, keep me in prayer, man. I'm taking Greek this semester. That's not the easiest thing to learn on earth.
I already know that.
Yeah, it's
easy.
Yeah, and you know, and I got 2 more Greek classes after this, and then I start Hebrew. So I mean, I'm just saying, man, like y'all.
What you doing?
You said why am I in school?
I said what you doing. I'm like, what you doing?
Yeah, man. Listen,
you overwork yourself.
I'm trying to get that MDiv, man.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm trying to be out here and knowing how to. Anyway, so keep me in prayer, man. We wrapping up the recordings on my album, the Underground Railroad Project.
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
Find me on.
Speaking of.
Yeah. Find me on Facebook, T_DEIMARIS _BARLOW, at TDEIBARLOW on Instagram and Twitter. You know,
hey, everybody keep me in prayer, you know, because I do a lot of stuff. I've been stripping, I've been selling drugs, I've been gang banging.
Yeah, we praying for your salvation. That's what we pray.
No, but honestly, part of the reason, you know, I got a lot of stuff going on myself.
Hold on, whoa. We're not gonna make it sound like you for real stripping and gang banging.
Oh no, that was a joke, everybody.
Because it was like, yeah, part of the reason I've been doing this is because.
This says it's backwards, but it does says born square, so
yeah,
that's true. Another part of the reason why we're this second to last show is because we both got a lot of stuff. I have a lot of stuff. I don't really talk about what's going on in my personal life a lot of times. So for y'all don't know, I've been in the hospital a few times, urgent care, doctor's appointment, MRIs, trying to find out what was going on with my head because I've been having stabbing pains in my head, like real bad stabbing pains. So I finally got diagnosed correctly because the first time I was diagnosed, I didn't have insurance. So they was just really trying to kick me out. So now I'm properly diagnosed. I'm on some new medication that really got me struggling mental-wise, just trying to, you know, keep my thoughts together. Also, they make me sleepy. So
yeah.
So I'm trying to get used to that, and it hasn't even been a month since I've been on that. So it's a lot going on. So I got to get used to that. So we're just gonna take it easy on everybody and just do shows, just special shows instead of weekly shows.
Sounds good. Hey, Jerron, anything else you need to say before we stab out, bro?
Man, I just appreciate the time and, you know, opportunity to come on here, man. You know, I'm a huge fan of the podcast, man. I'm just looking forward to, you know, the many other episodes and the many adventures I have with you guys, man. I love you both.
Man, I love you back, bro. Thank you again for your time, for coming on. I'm like I said, you're doing your father thing like as you on the video. So I know the life. And man, just keep pressing on. We're gonna be praying for you, Flyness, man.
Don't stop, man.
Yeah, word, true that, Flyness, man. We definitely gonna be keeping you in prayer, bro. Yeah, man. Y'all tune in for Monday, man. Straight up.
Monday.
Yeah. Thank y'all for listening. We out.
Humble Kingz Radio Show.
All right, everybody, if you're watching, just stay tuned for a music video like always. That Facebook's probably on mute.
Stay tuned for Facebook's hating.
That's why I try to get new songs because it's less likely to get muted.
Hey, Facebook probably like, man, we was gonna leave y'all alone this week till y'all started talking trash. But like,
they be waiting, bro. They be waiting with that mute button.
Did it.
All right, everybody. Good night.
You got grace and peace.
All right, I'm gonna stop this video. I'm gonna stop this recording, not video. And start letting everybody know to come in.
All right.
I'm gonna start this. Why they kinda stop? Never out of it. Wanna kinda stop? Never out of it. Never kinda stop? Never out of it.
Never kinda stop, never out or even. Always making moves in and out of season. You can't predict what we're doing next. Take a step to the right, then just pivot left. Never kinda stop, never out or even. Always making moves in and out of season. You can't predict what we're doing next. Take a step to the right, then just pivot to the left.
Maybe y'all are too divided, wanting my allegiance. Wish you
why she does a cow was kinda treason. Y'all don't need me neither, yet he left me with the flow. And we got the flow, okay, I guess you didn't know. Bang, hammer to the panel, shoulda did this long ago. Don't be rooting for me, rah, so inapropos. I don't need kudos from your radar. In my race car, on my way to praise God, dropping my prevailing flows like
never count us out, never ride or even. Always making moves in and out of season. You can't predict what we doing next. Take a step to the right, then just pivot left. Never count us out, never ride or even. Always making moves in and out of season. You can't predict what we doing next. Take a step to the right, then just pivot to the left. Pivot, 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 pivot to the left. Pivot, 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 pivot to the left. Yeah, they really try to stop the shine. I ain't lying, they've been really moving greasy. I got receipts, I got motors, I got names trying to block me in the game, but I go block her all the same. It's a shame. Thought that all the motives were the same, but you accidentally step on someone's toes and they'll be cursing out your name. Telling everyone to do the same, but when you know God is for you, tell me who can come against. Never count us out, never ride or even. Always making moves in and out of season. You can't predict what we doing next. Take a step to the right, then just pivot left. Never count us out, never ride or even. Always making moves in and out of season. You can't predict what we doing next. Take a step to the right, then just pivot to the left.